This is BBC Three Counties Radio.
A man living with cerebral palsy spastic quadriplegia is now working in the personal training business. I like this story a lot. Jake Leonard started Boom Power Performance coaching with his coach Glen Morgan. They wanted to cater for clients with additional needs, including physical and mental difficulties. Do I have to call you Mr. Boom, or can I get away with calling you Glen?
No, go on, you can call me Mr. Boom. I quite like that.
Yeah. I know you do go by the moniker of Mr. Boom. But one thing I will say is someone smells incredibly fragrant in my studio today. So if it's just about perfume, I'm definitely coming to get my personal training done with both of you. So this is looking at their faces to work out which one of them is highly perfumed today. This is a really lovely idea, isn't it? And when you look at the difficulties you have, Jake, in living with cerebral palsy, it actually seems quite obvious that there was a gap in the market. You were training with Glen. Pick up the story from that point.
So, yeah, I was training with Glen at Mainstream Gym. Glen was a personal trainer at the gym, and I was a client. Glen then suggested to the gym, as my training progressed, to get some more equipment to help me progress further in my training. The powers that be weren't very welcoming of that idea.
Yeah.
So we then set up our own.
Glen, give me a sense of the challenges you faced personal training. Jake, I mean, for starters, obviously you're in a powered wheelchair. What challenges as a personal trainer do you encounter?
I think there's I wouldn't say there's many challenges. I think you just got to learn to adapt. This is one of the reasons why we set the business up. You adapt any exercise to meet the needs of someone like Jake. And all you got to do is you got to think about it, you got to plan it probably a little bit more, but you also got to think about the pressure you're putting his body under. So again, it's all about the time and the preparation.
In many ways, and I know we should all do physical activity, some of us less than others do it, but in many ways it's all the more important for someone who's in a wheelchair, because by being sedentary, you don't need me to list the risks of diabetes and heart disease and you know, being obese, and all of those things are amplified by the fact that you can't even walk around and burn the minimal number of calories that you'll burn by walking around the supermarket. So Glen, for Jake, this is doubly, triply important, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the fact that he is able to do the things he does is quite remarkable. But yeah, in terms of his quality of life, what he does is absolutely, you know, essential to him, really.
Jake, why did you go for personal training in the first place? Some of my listeners might be quite surprised hearing that living with such a debilitating disability, you thought, do you know what? I'm going to go a personal trainer.
Well, I've always had the philosophy of life that you should give anything a go.
Okay.
And nothing is impossible. And that's one of the mantras that we stand by at Boom Power, is that you can achieve the impossible. And it's all, my family have always said to me, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. So that's when I approached Glen, I was like, are you willing to help me in my fitness journey?
Yeah.
And he obviously very kindly said yes. So, yeah.
Thinking about it now, maybe I should have said no.
Set you up for a life of travel. Talk to me about the kind of exercises you do and you can do, and broaden it out as well, Jake, for the kind of exercises you do with people generally in wheelchairs. So what are you doing different to what I would do?
So, a lot of my training is focused around high intensity boxing training.
Okay.
From my chair.
Right.
Glen devised adaptive, to say, boxing drills. And I also have a piece of equipment that I use in the gym that enables me to pull up out my chair.
Right.
So I started pulling up out my chair, but now I've progressed to having no chair there at all.
Brilliant. Thing is, Glen, not to put too fine a point on it, not only have you got Jake here beating two shreds out of you with the boxing pads on, but he is in a highly motorised, quite powerful wheelchair. So he does also have the opportunity and the option at times of just running you over. You're quite vulnerable. You're quite vulnerable there, aren't you?
And I tell you what, he has got some questionable driving ability.
Yeah, okay.
So when he watches around that gym, it's literally. So slow down a bit, Jake, and he whizzes round there, and yeah.
I've just got this sudden James Bond moment in my head that, you know, if Glenn here is pushing you too hard, you've specially adapted your motorised wheelchair and outpoke these spikes or spurs or something.
Well, it does rise up and down. I haven't quite got the ejector seat yet.
that would be the next. So what kind of people have been coming down? And I know this is in your back garden, in effect, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like a little extension of my house, you know. Call it a man cave, outhouse. But yeah, it's literally the side of my house.
So who's been coming down?
Well, so we've got a whole range of people. I mean, I coach people that are, you know, looking to maybe get prepared for fights. But you know, the big thing about it is the people that have gone to mainstream gyms and have suffered with confidence, or have been laughed at, ridiculed. That's what we cater for.
By the way, that's 99% of humans.
Exactly. You know, they don't always fit the bill. You know, people that take the Instagram selfies, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's not what we do at our gym.
And of course, not only are you looking at people with visible disabilities, and you'll forgive the choice of words, because you're looking at people also, for example, who are visually impaired, people who perhaps are hard of hearing. The disabilities that people encounter that make gyms a foreboding and difficult place may not be entirely visible.
That's right. That's what we pride ourselves on. That every bit of equipment is fully adjustable, and you can meet the needs of everybody. Like I said, you can get a couple of wheelchairs in there, no problem. Everything's low hanging, so you can literally lean up. Jake's chair's adjustable. So everything really. There's no trip hazards, anything on the floor, which you find in gyms. You know, the people that drop the weights on the floor, leave equipment out. That's really debilitating for Jake, because he can't
then go and pick it up.
No,
exactly.
That's right.
Can you imagine a life without exercise, Jake?
No, I mean, I've suffered with mental health in myself, and fitness was a massive factor for me on my road to recovery, so I really can't imagine my life without fitness.
Maybe I should take up the boxing gloves.
Why not?
Is that a good route to dealing with mental health issues? The adrenaline, the endorphins, the physical activity, the beating the you know what out of some boxing gloves?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's such a good stress reliever. The amount of times I say to people that the hardest part is getting through the front door, and once you're in, you're a completely different person. Because I'm holding the pads, you're letting it all go, letting it out all in the bags. But yeah, you know, without getting too sort of scientific, it releases such a high amount of emotion. You might have had a really bad day, really horrible day at work. You come and hold the pads, bang. You know, you leave a different person.
Talking about a different person, Glenn, are you surprised this has happened to you? Is this an unexpected turn in your career?
No, it's not. It's not, because I kept saying for so many different years, all the different mainstream gyms that I went to, that I've got a good idea. And like Jake said, they didn't listen. They kept saying, no, so I haven't got the funding, or it's not in our budget. So I said, you know what, I've had enough time for us to do it ourselves. That's why it's it. We've done it.
Where are you actually based?
Milton Keynes.
Okay.
Yeah, Milton Keynes. All surrounding there. We can travel if we have to.
So you'll take yourselves out to people if they can't bring themselves.
Absolutely.
to
Absolutely.
I think it's a great story. You've got a Facebook page. I just left a comment on your Facebook page.
Oh, lovely.
I don't normally do that, but I thought it was quite well humoured. So it's coming up on your phone there.
We've got the notification now.
There you go. Who is this Nick Coffer? Oh yeah, I'm in the studio with him. If you want to find out more, if you want to go meet Mr. Boom, what's your nickname, Jake?
I'm the Wheeled Warrior.
The Wheeled Warrior, yes. If you want to go and meet Mr. Boom, the Wheeled Warrior, and get to play with his James Bond wheelchair with the spurs, the spears as well. No, joking aside, if you want to go and find them, their website is www.boompower.co.uk. So that's BOOM, boompower.co.uk. They are on Facebook, as I just discovered. Search for Boom Power Performance Coaching, and you can get to their Facebook page. You can't miss it, if I'm honest, because it's very colourful, and there's currently a huge sticker on it that says on air, because you are on air. How much does a session cost?
Average is around about £30 an hour, but I obviously do block package deals. But you know, ping me a message, let me know about your story, and I'll put something together for you.
And in terms of Jake here, you're an equal business partner, are you? Or?
Yes, so we come as a team.
Okay. I mean, buy one get one free.
Yeah,
that's it. That's right.
So Glenn delivers all the training and plans all the sessions.
Yeah.
But I think Glenn will be the first one to say he's not a very technical person.
Okay.
No.
So I do all the technical side of things.
He's the brawn, you're the brain.
Yes.
That's pretty much how it works.
Can I finish with a really cliched question? So I'll flag it by saying it's a cliched question, but it just crossed my mind that obviously you've gone to Glenn for training, you've now set up this business. You've become really good friends, haven't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I knew Jake from when he signed up to the very first gym. And I knew then I wanted to help the guy. But yeah, it's a partnership. Like I said, we're mates now. You know, we set the business up together, and it's become a brilliant partnership.
Good luck with it. Boompower.co.uk if you want to find out more. It's a nice story of inclusion. It's a nice story of diversity. It's a nice reminder of the importance of physical exercise as well. You're listening to BBC Three Counties Radio. I'm Nick Coffer.